Alright, in this video demonstration, we're going to install the DHCP role on core. So I'm on A, B, C, and then here's my core machine. So the first thing that I want to do is run the following command. Give that a second to run. Alright, the next command that I want to run is this command. The next thing I want to run is this command. Let's start DHCP server. Actually start the service up. Alright, now the service has been successfully started. The next thing I want to do is go over to server A and manage this core DHCP service from A. So I'm going to open up on server A my DHCP snap-in, maximize my window here, look at my scopes, and what I want to do is right click on the word DHCP and say add server. So I'm going to add in core. So let me do advanced, and computer type has already been selected, so find now, and here's core. Say OK, and then OK again, and then OK. And now we see that we have core that's being managed graphically through server A that is actually running on the core box. So we're kind of remotely administering the DHCP server on core. So what we want to do now is actually create a new scope on core with a name of your choosing for the 5th network on the 200.1.2.0/29 network. Okay, so what we want to do is right click on IPv4 and say new scope, say welcome to the new scope wizard, and say next. And the scope name, we'll just call this scope for core. Again, you can name it whatever you'd like to name it. It's up to you. Say next. The start IP address is going to be 200.1.2.41 and 200.1.2.46. And then we're going to do a /29, which is 248 as the ending subnet mask octet. Say next. We're going to add an exclusion for the first 3 addresses, so they will not be given out. So we're going to do 200.1.2.41 through 200.1.2.43. Add that in there. Say next. Lease duration. We're going to use the default lease time, which is 8 days. Say next. We are going to configure some additional DHCP options for our clients, and say next. The default gateway is going to be the first available IP address, and that's going to be again 200.1.2.41. The parent domain again will be hugelin.local, and the DNS server will be .62, which is server B. Say next. We're not going to add in a Win server. Say next. And that's going to ask us if we'd like to activate the scope. Let me look and see. No, we do not want to activate this scope according to the lab right now. We'll say next and finish. Well, that was easy enough. The only other thing I want to mention while we're here is that we notice that we have some red down arrows, not just on this scope, but also on IPv4 in general. The reason for that is because core has not been authorized with Active Directory yet. So what we want to do, and as even telling us right here, hey, authorize the DHCP server, we want to right click on the server name itself, and then notice we can choose authorize from the menu, and it's just a one-click thing, very easy, very simple. And one of the things that can leave you perplexed is you can sit here and stare at this screen for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, and nothing will change. It's because this is a static display and it will not give you any changing feedback. So what you have to do is actually refresh it and just hit this little refresh button up here a few times. And sometimes it takes a few minutes for it to come back up and show that it's been authorized, but eventually that will come up and show a green check box there that it has been authorized. So just encourage you, just be patient with it, keep refreshing it and watching it for it to be authorized.